you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away? What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away?
Hi everybody, welcome to the Keeping It Real Reality Check Show. I'm your host, Keeping It Real, and this is my reality check for you today. Hey, listen, I want to try to encourage people to start speaking out, start commenting on videos and posts that I make on my Facebook page and several of the blogs, written blogs that I have, and on my video blogs and my YouTube channel. I do have some people commenting on these pages, but due to the things that are going on in the world, I would expect that there be a lot more people commenting on them, or at least being outraged at some of the things that have occurred over the last week. So, listen guys, I'm just simply asking you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and start commenting. I mean, that's really what you do. The secret to our success, if we really want to remain free without going into some kind of violent revolution against the people that are trying to oppress us, which if you don't think they are, I ask you to take a look at Boston and parts of Connecticut that occurred over this last week. There's a gun grab going on. They're trying to take almost every gun away from the American citizens right now. So the fact that you're not outraged to the point where you feel you should say something, then there's something seriously wrong with you. This isn't me just being a conspiracy theorist, folks. Everything I'm talking about now is on mainstream news. I mean, it's Fox News, MSNBC, you know, the New York Times, you know, LA Times, lots of mainstream media, whether it be cable TV or newspapers, are talking about the exact same things that I'm talking about. And yet I hear no public outcry from any of you. So I guess the thing I'm trying to say is, listen guys, comment. I mean, if you think something's going wrong or something is wrong with, you know, over, you know, what, 7,000 police and military shutting down Boston and parts of Connecticut and a couple of other cities, completely shutting it down, folks. You're not allowed out of here. If you think that's wrong, speak out against it, because the only way that we're going to win this info war is that you get out there and you start sharing the information that you're worried about. I mean, if you're concerned about the gun grab that's going on, if you're a gun owner, or even if you're not a gun owner and you think that everyone does have the right to bear arms, and you see, you know, this gun grab and how hard the Obama administration is pushing to take your guns. I mean, he's even siding with the United Nations to stop the sales of small arms. So it's no longer, you know, fully automatic assault weapons or semi-automatic assault weapons, guys. They're now focusing on the pistols, the small guns. And when the Columbine shootings happened and they were, you know, hey, let's take away the fully automatics, you guys sat back and said, okay, you can take the fully automatics. When the Virginia Tech and all that, they kicked in the whole semi-automatic bans where they were starting to limit the semi-automatics. And now we have the United Nations, and Obama is more than willing to push it, trying to say that we can't sell our own guns, and they're even talking about confiscations. Matter of fact, the news I saw this morning in Oakland County, California, is that they're already starting confiscating guns from people. So, and they're not doing it by saying, hi, this is the federal government. We realize, of course, that you shouldn't be in possession of a gun because we deemed you not to be able to have a gun. Could you please turn in your gun? You have 30 days. They're not doing it that way, guys. They're coming up with armored personnel carriers. Everybody in full combat array, you know. I mean, they're wearing their bulletproof vests, their shock troop boots, you know, and carrying their fully automatic assault weapons themselves, and kicking in doors and taking guns. And this is in Oakland County, California, you know, San Francisco area. So And then, of course, you had what happened in Boston, and you know, you're talking close to 1 million people that were locked down in their houses for up to 24 hours. And then at points throughout the day, the cops would come, the military would come, bang on your door. You open the door, and there you were staring down the muzzle of not just one gun, but 20, 30, in some cases more guns being pointed right at your face. It didn't matter if your babies were in your hands. It didn't matter anything. They would demand that you leave your house, put your hands up in the air, and be patted down and searched on your way out, and then quarantined somewhere and told not to go back into your house. I mean, if you're really okay with that, then maybe you should just, you know, not say anything. You probably shouldn't even be watching this video. But if it really does concern you, don't just sit back and say, well, I got to go to work, or I got to go watch American Idol, or I got to go do something stupid. Start voicing your opinions. I mean, it's not that you're going to, you know, trust me, you are not going to be alone. You're not going to be like, you know, the guy on the soapbox on the, you know, preaching at the end of the world is here, standing on a busy street corner, and nobody's listening. What you're going to find out is that almost everybody that you come in contact feels exactly the same way you do, about the same concerns that you have. And the fact that you remain silent is going to be your detriment. I mean, to sit there and be willing to let this happen in America without even qualming about it. I mean, man, they were chanting about it. USA, USA, USA. Thank you for kicking down our doors. That's insane, man. Have you guys really turned into that kind of sheeple where someone can come up to you and say, we want to rescue you from your house that you've been in all day and all night. I mean, they did this martial law lockdown and warrantless search in Boston and surrounding area cities in the early morning hours. So these people were in their houses all night. And then to have, you know, shock troops come to their doors, you know, guns in the people's faces, demand that they leave the safety and security of their homes so they could be rescued, and then told to go stand out in the open street while the very suspect that they say is so fucking dangerous is loose on the streets. It doesn't make any fucking sense why everyone was like, yay, USA, USA. And I'm telling you, man, this whole Boston Marathon thing is a load of shit. There is a lot more going on, folks, and it does look like it was some kind of false flag event intended to get people to give up their rights and their freedoms for just a tiny bit of false sense of security. I mean, I've got pictures, and I'm getting ready to show you one of suspect number 2, who the media and the news outlets claim that, you know, there was a shootout at the boat. The suspect in the boat returned shots from the boat, and the police shot at the boat. But then when it comes down to it, he didn't have a gun. The mainstream news is telling you that this cat was wounded in that shootout. That never happened. But he was wounded in this shootout, and his throat was hit, and he was shot several times and was in serious condition. Yet I have a picture of him climbing out of the boat on his own, right next to a picture of him being all shot up with his throat shot, laying on the ground right after his arrest. And though every story says that the FBI went into the boat and got the suspect out. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of disinformation and flat-out lies going on with people, and you really need to wake up. And if you find that there's something wrong with what you're being told in the news, it's your job, it's your duty to start talking about it, because it's when you fail to do so that they gain more and more power. And that's really how they're doing it, folks. Over the last 20, 30 years, incrementally, they have been taking your rights away. And you say absolutely nothing, whether it's because you don't want to appear to be a crackpot when you're not. You don't want to be put on some FBI terrorist watch list. But trust me, they tell you that if you're a constitutionalist, you are on the FBI and Department of Homeland Security's watch list. But who cares? I mean, if you're on a terrorist watch list because you believe in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the freedom of speech, and the Declaration of Independence, and the right to bear arms, I would imagine that you're brave enough to make that stand to keep the country the way it was when you were a kid. And it's not that way. It's not that way now, and it is not going to be a free country if you continue just to remain silent. So, I mean, I'm going to try to keep this short. I'm already 9 minutes into it, and I don't think that a lot of you people have the mental wherewithal to stick through. So I'm going to start making these videos a lot shorter so you'll pay attention. And maybe this will do it. I mean, I'm getting a decent amount of viewers on my videos, but I'm not seeing you people interact. I mean, half of you people, if you think I'm crazy, you don't debate me. Why not debate me? I mean, I've got no problem. Start asking the questions. I'll answer them. And if you don't like it, you know, debate back. Argue back with me. Try to prove your point, because God knows that I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've done my best to prove my points on every subject that I talk about. So, no more of this, guys. No more I hear no evil, and no more I see no evil, and no more I speak no evil. I mean, you have to speak about the evils you see. You have to listen about the evils that are going on out there in the world, and you have to see and not close your eyes to the evil that's going on around you. So it's important, folks. It's very critically important that you talk about it, because if we don't want a revolution in America, and I don't want the people to rise up. I don't want to see constitutional, God-fearing people get mowed down because they're standing up for the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and everything this country was founded on. And it has kept us going on for over 200 years. I don't want to see that. That is not what I want to happen. And I honestly believe deep in my heart that if we all talk about the things that bother us and that worry us about what's going on in the world, and we share that information, we'll find out that we're not alone. We'll find out that there are many of us that feel exactly the same way. And that's the kind of unity we need. We need to unite with one voice and let the powers that be that are trying to do their best to turn this into a police state, to turn us all into, you know, welfare recipients and under complete control of the governments. That's plural, because this is a global thing, folks. You have to wake up, and you have to talk. And I can't emphasize that enough. Talk. Share this video. Share your comments. If you feel one, who cares what people think? Okay, I don't. And that's why I've reached out to so many people. I can honestly say that I've reached out to millions and millions and millions of people over my 30 years of doing this. And if 1 out of 100 listen, then I'm doing my job. Because that person goes out and tells more people, and more people, and more people. Pretty soon everybody is woken up. Everybody's on the same page, and we can fix it without any kind of violent revolution. God forbid, we don't want that. So, this is Keeping Real. This is my reality check, man, and I hope you wake up. And before I go, and before this video actually comes to an end, I'm going to post that picture of suspect number 2 climbing out of the boat, right next to a picture of him laying on the ground, shot in the throat, and shot multiple times in handcuffs. Okay, so, and that should hopefully push you to question the many inconsistencies that is the lie of what we're being told about what occurred in Boston. So that's it, folks. Check out the picture. Maybe there'll be a few more pictures after that. But once again, it's very important, man. Talk about your concerns. Share them with your friends, your neighbors, your loved ones, complete fucking strangers if you have the balls to do it. Because that's the only way we're going to win this, guys, without any kind of bloody confrontation going on. And we don't want that. We don't want tanks on our streets. We don't want shock troops. I don't want to see my neighbors dragged off. I don't want to see me dragged off because I believe in the Constitution. So it's important, guys. It's critically important. And that's really it. This is going to be a short, I said it was going to be a short video. I'm already 13 minutes into it. So that's it, guys. This is Keeping It Real, and this is my reality check for you. Peace.
What would you do if you knew all the things we know? Would you stand up for truth, or would you